How's it going? Paul Corral here, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to put together marketing so good that it virtually eliminates any of the common objections that you're hearing in your sales call right now and allows you to increase your closing rate without having to use high pressure sales tactics. All right. Now, this is one of the videos, a fifth video in a 5-video series, of course, about creating an irresistible personal brand for professional service providers. Now, if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, fantastic. Enjoy. If you're on social somewheres, don't worry. I'll throw a link somewheres around here for you, okay? Now, I really like this particular topic because, again, a lot of the way that professional service providers, particularly in more well-established areas like, financial services, for instance, they're used to really kind of generic, boring marketing that just kind of like generates a lead and they don't know you from Adam and you got to follow up a ton. And when you get them on the phone, it's kind of like this semi-confrontational thing. And that's not what we're talking about. That's why you want to create an irresistible personal brand and work these things into your advertising. So by the time they show up, they know who you are, right? You're an actual human being to them. They trust that you can help them, right? And they're very likely to move forward with you. So how do we do that? Well, again, you're going to want to watch a full series for this, but this is a big one. And that is overcoming the objections before you're even on the phone with them or meet them in person, right? How do you do that? Well, you identify the top objections. And if you've been in the business that you've been in for any length of time, you know what those are. I ask people, what are the 3 objections you hear all day, every day? And they just rattle them off the top of their heads, right? Well, what if we can kind of overcome those in the marketing? Right? What if we can overcome those in a really powerful way by just like sharing a personal anecdote or a client testimonial or a full-blown case study that really says, hey, this client had tried this, that, and the next thing before. It sucked. It was terrible. It was expensive. It was time consuming. They tried our new way of doing things and now they have the result they were looking for. They're thrilled out of their minds and they send all their friends our way, right? Really, really simple stuff. So, if you're, again, in a more conventional kind of service-based business, again, financial advisor, stuff like that, you know what these objections are generally. But if you're doing something like online coaching of any sort, B2B, B2C, where you're doing with your clients, you're teaching them, you're lending insight, and they're going out and executing, right? It's a little bit more nebulous. It's a little bit harder sell. And so you got to do a bit more thinking about how you're going to overcome this. Now, in my experience, and a lot of the top marketers out there will echo this too, there's kind of 3 common objections out there. First and foremost, it's like the objection they have is, well, can I do this, right? Because I've tried a bunch of other stuff that didn't work. Maybe I just suck. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest objections you have to overcome, which is why you've probably heard a phrase, but it's not your fault, in a lot of marketing, right? It's like, hey, you've probably tried to get this figured out before, but it's not your fault. You know why? Because the status quo in our industry sucks. They tell you to do all this dumb, outdated crap that doesn't work anymore, right? So that's the first thing you have to get over is your client wondering if they can actually execute on what you're helping them overcome or achieve, right? The other thing is the vehicle. How is your way gonna work for me? Because again, I've tried all this other stuff. All these other people promised the world, didn't deliver. How do I know your way will come through for me? And again, this is why I really like testimonials, case and case studies, personal anecdotes. Story is very powerful, but it also provides a lot of social proof if it's from a third party. The other route you can go, if you're just starting off, maybe you just have 1 or 2 testimonials. You don't have a ton, case study after case study. You can always use third-party data in this as well and say, hey, listen, industry experts, this authoritative, research publication over here says this is where the industry is going and everybody's doing it the old way is going to get totally screwed, right? You see this a lot in like investing. Okay, cool. So that's the second thing. Okay, let me check my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, last is the market, outside forces, the competition, right? Okay, I'm confident that I can execute. I see that this makes sense conceptually. I believe in your proprietary process, but what about the competition? I'm up against, entrenched competitors with millions of dollars to spend on marketing and things like this, right? So this is the third thing you have to overcome, right? What if the market, I go back to investing again. What if the market goes down? This market's been going wild for so long. This can't go on forever. What if I put my money, investment market goes down and I just lose all this money, right? You got to anticipate these things. And you're going to overcome them through personal anecdotes, case studies, right? Client testimonials that were in the same exact position, that had the same exact concern as them, and show them that you help them overcome these concerns, okay? And again, work this into your marketing so that it's already addressed by the time you meet with somebody in person or get them over the phone, and you'll have far fewer objections to overcome and your close rate will go up. No high pressure sales tactics needed. All right. So I hope that's helpful. And again, this combined with the other 4 components will have you just out marketing everybody in your immediate area, in your market, nationwide, internationally. I don't know what you do, but if you are in a professional service niche, there is no doubt tons of competition who claim to do the same thing that you do. And when it comes to online advertising, of course, recent events have forced more and more people online. Prices are going up, competition is stiff and getting even more intense by the day. Simply saying, hi, I'm so-and-so, you don't know me from Adam, when you want a mortgage, give me a call, is not gonna work anymore, guys. You need to put together a superior marketing, a superior personal brand before you spend a dime going out and trying to put yourself out there in front of people, okay? So watch these 5 videos, take them to heart. They will be absolute game changers for you. I'll guarantee it, okay? And if you need clarity, if you need help, look for a link to my website. Somewhere's around here. It'll be around. I'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.